Hey CSP, I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about this year's coming annual retreat. March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we're going to be at Epworth by the Sea. And this year's retreat is special. Our bishop, Bishop Chip Edgar, the bishop of the Anglican Diocese of South Carolina, is going to be our guest teacher. To be able to learn from him and to get to know him in this intimate setting is really a blessing. So what might you expect from this year's retreat? Well, as you know, we are launching our discipleship pathway this spring. In the New Testament, in Romans chapter 8, Paul says that we are to be conformed to the image of Christ. And that's what this year's theme for our annual retreat is all about. We're going to hear from Bishop Chip about what the image of God is. We're going to hear about what the image of Christ is and what Paul might mean to be conformed to the image of Christ. We're also going to learn from Bishop Chip in John chapter 15 when Jesus says that we are to abide in the love of Christ. What does that mean? We're going to learn from him about that. We're also going to learn about in Romans chapter 12 when Paul says that do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. What does this mean? We're also going to come together and learn exactly what we're going to be doing this spring in our discipleship pathway, what I hope all of us here at Christ St. Paul's will dive into and participate in. The schedule for this year's retreat is much like last year's. Check-in begins at 4 o'clock. Then we'll have dinner together. And then following dinner from 7:30 to 9:30, we will have our first learning sessions with Bishop Chip. Saturday morning, breakfast begins at 7 o'clock. And then around 8:45, we will transition to our next set of sessions with Bishop Chip. Following those, we will have lunch. And then after lunch, we'll have an extended time in the afternoon of free time. People brought board games last time. That was a favorite thing. People just gathered together and played different games and enjoyed each other's company. People can go to the ropes course. We're going to try to have a ropes course and lots of fun that way. Following the free time, we will have our final session. And this final session is going to be about what we are doing in our spiritual pathway coming up this spring. What's the course like? What are we going to be doing? How is it going to work and affect our lives? That's what we will get into in our final session. We'll have dinner again, and then we'll have a night of worship where we come together, we'll sing, we'll pray, we'll minister to one another, and just have a fantastic time. Following that, the Lord willing, the weather will participate, and we'll have a bonfire out by Frederica River, just enjoying each other's company. Sunday morning, we'll wake up again, have breakfast, and then we get to have a Eucharistic service where we worship together and participate in communion with one another. And then we will have a lunch to go. And that's the weekend. That's how the schedule is going to play out. The accommodations are the same as last year's. And so we have 3 different tiers of options for us. And the cost that you see when you register is the total cost for the weekend. It covers the night in the room. It covers dinners, breakfast, lunches. It covers everything for us. And as, again, like last year, if cost seems prohibitive to you, but you really want to attend, please let us know. We'd love to try to help with any kind of scholarships that we have. Also, deadline is February 9th. You don't have to wait till the February 9th. February 9th is the deadline. We have to release all of the rooms, the block of rooms that we have available to us. Now, after February 9th, if you still want to come, you can call Epworth by the Sea and see if there's an available room, and you can still join us. But February 9th is the deadline to where we have to release the rooms that we have reserved. My hope and the vestry's hope for this parish retreat is that it would create a time for us to be able to get away together as one parish, as one family. That when we get away, we can grow closer together with one another. We can grow closer together with God. To help us develop our life together in this rhythm of retreating, relaxing, growing in Christ together. So what are you waiting for? Register today. Go to the website, christstpauls.org. You can find the link right on the homepage there. Please, I hope to see you at this year's Annual Parish Retreat.